Body care is finally on the rise, and in this video, we're going to be talking about our 5 dermatology hacks to take care of your body.
Right, so skin is more than just your face, and somehow we always forget about this very simple fact, so let's get into it.
What's up, everyone? We're back. I'm Dr. Shah.
Dr. Maxfield.
And welcome back to our channel, Dr. Lee, where we talk about all things skincare and dermatology, which of course includes body care. And in this video, we're going to be talking about all the different hacks that we tell our patients for anything from crepey skin to KP and textured skin, from aging hands to any other body odor on the body. So we're going to be giving you our top dermatology hacks. Here we go. All right, so let's get started. Actually, my favorite hack is the last hack. So stick around till the end because we have a really exciting hack at the end that we just thought of. So the first one we're going to be talking about is just crepey skin on the hands and on the arms. And these are common concerns that we see from our patients. And a lot of people don't start noticing it until it's too late.
Right, and this is one of the most common things people present to us in the office for. I mean, I'd say life after 40 is when this journey starts. And people are always saying, hey, I have these wrinkles, these lines. My hands and arms are like just giving away my age, or even dark spots, texture, it just becomes kind of rough. So there's some very simple things you can do to take care of this area.
Right. And so starting with your arms, first, using a body retinol would be our first recommendation. One of our favorite products is from the brand Dermatologist with no vowels. This is a really, really nice, luxurious moisturizer for the body, and it has retinol at that effective concentration to really help with crepey skin, even skin tone, and just helping your skin stay resilient as you age so you don't develop that solar purpura.
So I do love this product, and you can apply this pretty much anywhere. So we're talking about how to use your body retinols. We talk about how you can use anything on the face, bring it down. But the reason I like this is because not only does it have hydrating ingredients, it's definitely not tacky, but because of the whole formulation, you can use it on more sensitive areas like the neck, like the décolletage, like the arms for some people with sensitive skin. And it just sits nice.
Yeah, this is an amazing product. It's been viral on social media over the last couple months. And I think we actually still have a discount code for this brand. And so I put a link below for you to definitely check it out. And then if you're also looking to get retinol on the hands, you could simply use this on the back of the hands, or you can use our hand remedy, which has retinol, another very viral product that's had been difficult to keep in stock and currently is still only available at Target, but it's 20% shea butter also. So it has that nice buttery finish that you can use on the back of the hands.
The next hack is hypochlorous acid. I was looking around trying to find this product. I have one particular one I want to reference, but I can't find it. Hypochlorous acid is an ingredient that your neutrophils make. They make it as part of your immune system to help get rid of bacteria. In real life, this ingredient and these products can be used everywhere. I have them everywhere. I use them as sanitizers for my hands, for my face on the go. Odds are, if you have a cold and you're sitting next to me, I might be spraying this like on my face. I also bring it on the plane. You can use it just everywhere.
Yeah, hypochlorous acid is an incredible hack. I mean, one, because of that respiratory burst phase, it can kill bacteria. It does so safely. So it's one of the few disinfectants that you would want to use on the face, for example. It's safe for eczema prone skin. It also can kill the norovirus, which in COVID, it kills a lot of viruses. When you look at the 99.9% that a lot of things are killing, it's killing that 0.1% that a lot of other antiseptics can't do. And so it's very functional in that way. It also helps with body odor, right? Because body odor bacteria plays a big role in body odor, which is why we've always talked about benzoyl peroxide to eliminate odor. Hypochlorous acid can do a similar thing. So it's great for acne prone skin. It's great for odor. It's great for killing viruses. And the issue with hypochlorous acid a lot of times is the ones on the market, even though they're hypochlorous acid, a lot of them are actually not active hypochlorous acid. And so we've internally done a lot of testing, and a lot of the labs that we work with for Remedy have also done testing on the hypochlorous acids that are on the market, and it has a very short shelf life and stability. And so one of the brands I do recommend is Magic Molecule, because they actually own their own manufacturing, but they spend a lot of time into the stability of their formula to make sure they're actually getting the benefit of hypochlorous acid, where a lot of the other ones that you see on the shelf are actually not functional forms of hypochlorous acid. And so, of course, if Remedy ever comes out with one, we'll make sure that it's stable. But for now, Magic Molecule would be the one that I would recommend.
So personal day, I don't know if this has made some of the good or bad lists lately. There's always more data.
I haven't tested this one, so I don't know.
Now, the first time I saw this product, it's a hypochlorous acid gel. And I was like, man, I just like the sprays. I tried it the first time, then I tried it the second time, and then I tried it the third time. I was like, wait, I really like this. Seeing if I get that kind of chlorine smell still, but I just layer it on problem areas, especially throughout the day. And there is something nice about how this kind of lays on your skin. I just really like this utility of it. Sprays are great for on the go, but I really like this as part of my routine.
For the next hack on the topic of body odor, we've always mentioned, again, benzoyl peroxide to help with body odor. It can help with cheesy feet odor, for example. And it works because it's a disinfectant for the bacteria that's on your body. So hypochlorous acid working in a similar fashion. But there's also another hack, and this is what we use in surgeries, is an ingredient called chlorhexidine. And it comes in these pink bottles. Yeah, they actually sell it at like Walgreens and CVS. And so you can get it. But if you use that as a body wash, it works as a very effective disinfectant for the areas in the armpits and the groin. And what's really interesting about it is we actually use it in patients who have hidradenitis suppurativa, which is an inflammatory condition of the follicular unit that causes these really inflammatory boils and tracts. And it's something we probably have to do an entire video on, but we recommend this to patients who have hidradenitis suppurativa.
And so when I do surgeries, my preferred cleanser of choice is chlorhexidine or HibaCleanse, because when studied against something traditional like iodine, it is much more effective. It's not inactivated by routine things like saliva and blood. And it forms this complex with the top layer of the skin. So it has prolonged antibacterial benefits that last for up to an hour after using it. So even after you're using it as your body wash in your shower, it actually still works throughout the day. And the reason that's so important with body odor is it's not the sweat that causes the odor. It's the bacteria being broken down that causes the odor for you and your body.
Now, the only caution with this is that it can be damaging to the eyes and the ears. So we don't generally use it as a face wash or in the ear area, but you would want to use it sort of from the neck down if you're going to be using it at home.
And the next one is something we see so much in real life, and we don't see a whole lot on social media, but we just see it on the day-to-day basis. And that's those dry, cracked, thick, painful fissures in your heels. Now, I came up with a little moniker for this, just because I thought it was helpful to remember it, but it's soak, scrub, hydrate, exfoliate. And what I mean by that is because the skin on the heels is so thick and it is dried out, and it's the drying thickness that actually causes it to crack and separate. When you soak it, you can actually use a physical exfoliant like a pumice stone to help break down the excess layer of that skin. And then you want to find an ingredient that is both hydrating and exfoliating.
It's a good hack. So I think what we like for this is urea. It's an incredible ingredient to hydrate and exfoliate. You can get up to 40%, sometimes even 60% urea available on Amazon. I will put some links below for these products, but 40% urea, even 10% urea, you can see a benefit. And then there's even something, I think it's called Kerasal, which is a combination, I believe, of sal acid and urea and a petrolatum base that can be effective as well at breaking down some of these thick and cracked heels.
And the reason urea is so good is it both hydrates and gently exfoliates, but it's very proficient at both. And so it just complements anything else you're doing. And this is why a lot of other hydrating things don't work. You need that level of exfoliation because the thicker the skin gets, the more it's dry, the more it cracks. You just have to interrupt that cycle.
The next hack is for textured skin or for darkened elbows and knees, like any area that requires exfoliation on the body. There's really two ways to handle this. And so Keratosis pilaris, that's when you get increased keratin production around the follicles. It leads to that rough skin on the back of the arms, also those red bumps or those dark hyperpigmentation bumps. And then the darkened elbows and knees, this is also due to thickening of the skin. And so this is where exfoliation is quite helpful. And so this is where we recommend a combination of exfoliants, urea, lactic acid, and retinol all play a role here.
Now, it's kind of one of those things you want to do all of the above. And so with the thicker skin, you can use your exfoliants, you can use your retinoids. And because the skin is more resistant and resilient, you can probably get away with doing those regularly. So physical and chemical exfoliation helps reduce the appearance of the darkness as well as the texture.
Yeah, and so there are many options out there for this. Many of you have already tried Remedy for body bumps. This is a combination of 10% urea, 5% lactic acid, 0.1% retinol as a body moisturizer. It's a thicker cream to really hydrate the skin. We're also coming out with another product that's more of a cleanser scrub that could potentially address this. Now, by the time that you're watching this video, it may already be out, but we'll put a link below for a wait list if it's not out yet.
Okay, and the last tip, this is something Dr. Shaw came up with off the cuff, which is most of our videos, by the way. A lot of what we do, we're actually just sitting down and filming and giving you our real-time feedback. But this one is actually just going to the office to kind of get an annual deep clean or an annual cleanup.
Yeah, I was thinking about one of the concerns that I hear a lot from you in the comment sections and some of the videos that have done really well in the past for us, and just some of the concerns that I see from our patients when they come in the office. And invariably, as we age, we start to just grow things ultimately. And I think a lot of people don't realize realize that there's something that you can actually do to treat these. A lot of times because they bother you and a dermatologist never even talks to you about them when you go to see them, you never realize there is something that you can do. And so there's really 3 types of growths that I commonly see as we age in our 30s and beyond that are commonly treated in the dermatology office. And if you go once a year during your yearly checkup or even less frequently, you can have some of these things removed just for your body care routine. And so the 3 things that I commonly see is cherry angiomas. These are the red marks that you see on the skin. They're these red vascular growths, and we can either treat these with a laser or with a hyfricator. It's a simple treatment and you can get it done at your dermatology office. It shouldn't really be that expensive. The second thing is skin tags, acrocordons. These are like these little fleshy growths that usually occur on the neck and in the armpits. We can simply snip these off. It's a quick procedure and those will go away permanently until more regrow. And then finally is seborrheic keratosis. These are elevated, thickened growths on the skin, and we generally freeze them with liquid nitrogen and they grow with time. And so generally a treatment once every few years by freezing these can eliminate them. And the problem is that a lot of my patients come in to eliminate them once there's hundreds all over their body. And then it gets quite difficult to treat because it would take maybe an entire hour to take care of them. And so if you do sort of like a yearly or bi-yearly maintenance of your skin and your body care with a dermatologist, you can actually treat a lot of these things and keep them at bay if that's something that you choose to do.
Right. And that's, again, something you have to make sure you're communicating well to the doctor or dermatologist you're seeing is, sometimes we're focused on, is it skin cancer? Is it dangerous? And if you don't voice out that it's important to you, we really wouldn't know. So yeah, just make sure you let us know that that's something you want treated. We'll walk you through what it takes. Insurance doesn't always cover it. So you're going to have to figure out what the best thing for you is. But if you do it stepwise, it's a lot easier and you'll get great results from this.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you do it later on, it's usually going to be a bit of a deeper clean, let's say, for example, but there is definitely things we can do. And if there's something that bothers you when you go to see your dermatologist, just point it out because we can either tell you what it is to give you reassurance that it's not something dangerous, or we can tell you how we would treat it. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Body care is on the rise, which makes me really, really excited. I love body care and I've been getting more into body care myself. Just the textures and the sensorial elements of body care I really enjoy. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.
We'll see you next time.